Country 102, 856 coming up in just a couple of minutes. We'll have the Huckabee Report with Mike Huckabee. 73 degrees now. The Louie Herron Toyota weekend kickoff. You've been joining us this morning, Louie, in studio, and always learning something. That's what it's all about.
About that last question. So what's running through your mind?
When we're talking about base and about the other, the thing that runs through my mind is there's certainly everything on that list may have value, but to some people it doesn't have value.
That's right.
So it's something that if you will take the time and listen, there's going to be some things that you're going to say, boy, I'm glad I did that later, and then other things you'd say, okay, that's not something I need.
You know what? And that's a great point. What I would encourage everybody to do is if you've bought 3 cars before, 4 cars before. I guess I wouldn't just shut down any opportunity to listen, because the dealership's going to go through the process legally, and they're going to go through the menu presentation to cover themselves. Mm-hmm. That's going to happen. Yeah, that's going to take 5-10 minutes. So there could be something of value there, and if not, then the answer is no, and you'll sign the declination and you'll go on down the road. It's not the end of the world. So, but as we talk about tips on getting your best deal, again, I think it's very, very important. A couple of quick tips that I would share with you. The first thing is look for the dealer's inventory. There is something to it, Randy, where big inventories and big selection equals volume and volume equals discounts. There's a lot of truth to that. So, again, really look at the stores that have some inventory. Like with Toyota, what's very unique is we may have 85 or 100 new cars on the ground and 80 used cars on the ground. But fortunately for us, we can tap into the pipeline of all the Toyota inventory because we're part of a distributorship, Southeast Toyota. So literally by a click of a button, we literally can have a car and get it here within 24 hours. I will say it's hard to sell a car off of a consumer sheet. People like to feel it, see it, touch it. However, there are some consumers that come in and want to shop the first day and don't want to buy right then. And that may work perfectly. So, I would definitely, check out some of the stores. And that goes the same thing with used cars. If someone's got 150, 200 used cars, I promise you with negative equity that you have as a consumer on a trade-in, there's negative equity on that used car inventory. And 200 used cars means they've got 100 that's upside down. If they're carrying 200 used cars, I promise they're selling 120. They're rolling. Mm-hmm. So if you want a deal on a pre-owned car, and we talk about finding the oldest cars, there's just more to choose from, more selection. It just makes a lot of sense. And then I always suggest contact the store's internet department. If you're talking about getting the best deal, remember, the internet is 24/7, 365. You cannot draw customers in Milledgeville from Warner Robins, Dublin, Atlanta, Augusta. In some cases, we sell cars from Kentucky, Connecticut, Florida, used cars. You don't draw people to come to your dealership with your price being the highest. You only get a lead if they've shopped you with 3 other stores on the web and you're the cheapest. Mm-hmm. So consider that. If you see an internet price, I promise you, it is stripped out. It is priced to go because we're not just marketing that car to the local community. We're marketing this car to California. And if you don't have the lowest price in first consideration, you won't even be clicked on because most consumers shop by price first, then they shop, obviously brand first, and then model second, and then they go price, and then they'll go color. Now, that's statistically. I don't know as you're listening if that's what you do, but statistically, that's what they tell us. So when they sort on Cars.com, Auto Trader, Edmunds, KBB, all these different sources, they're going to look, okay, I'm looking for a Camry. Okay, now I'm looking for a red Camry. Okay, boom, now I'm going to sort from cheapest to most expensive. Okay, where are these cars located? Ooh, gosh, that one's in Florida. I'm not going there. What's the next one? Oh, that's in Milledgeville. Okay, check that one. Okay, that one's in Dublin. Check that one. And that one's in Augusta. Check that one. Now they have a comparison side by side. Now they start looking at options, features, pictures. So these are the things that I would suggest you to do. Internet's a great way, but don't think that if you get on the internet, you see a price that you're going to come and negotiate that price thousands off. You may get a few hundred. If you see an internet price, folks, I'm telling you, those prices are aggressively priced. They're priced to sell. Some dealers may work with you, and others may say, look, that's the internet price. And it truly is an internet price.
And some people are going to hear you say that, and you'll go, wait a minute, what do you mean it's an internet price? Why can't I get it if it? And what you're saying is that price is going to be on a particular vehicle, and it's ready to go, and it's going to move.
And it's already been discounted. See, the thing is, if you come to the dealership, you start working a deal. You may have an offer in mind or something, but typically the dealership will start the negotiation. They're going to start basically from any kind of sticker price with any addendum, anything that's added to the car, and then they'll give you a discount if they choose to, and then they say, here's the price that we're willing to sell our automobile for. And then you'll say, well, I'll pay you this. to avoid that process, if that's what you want to do, you go to the web.
Gotcha.
Or I would suggest if you know somebody in the business, right? I know a lot of customers that personally know me. They call me, and the first thing I typically do, if you were to call me, Randy, and say, look, I saw, I'm looking for, a Jeep or whatever the case may be. The first thing I'm going to do is go to my website to see or look at my inventory sheet, and if I've got one, I'm going to go to the internet price, and I'm going to immediately make sure that price is priced according to what I own the car for, and I'm going to typically give you an internet price. If I could do better, I will, because I have a relationship with you. Obviously, if I can do better, I'm definitely going to do it. But most times, 85% of the time, a high percentage, if you saw the car on the web, Randy, that's going to be the price I can sell to you for.
Gotcha. All right, what's going on in the dealership? Well, get in this week?
You know what? It's the 5th year anniversary. 5 years of being in the community. Those that are listening, once again, I can't thank you enough. You've been good to me. We've done a lot of service business, sales business, which has allowed us to give back to the community, the things that I enjoy and love doing. And so, for that, we would like to offer back savings to you if you're in the market. It's our 5th year, so we're making great deals. I personally am working the deals. This month on the 5th year, I'm up there with 2 other managers, and I'm working the deals every single day. I'm leaving the store at 8 o'clock every night. I'm right after we leave here. I'm going right to the sales desk, and so I'm out of my office. I'm on the showroom floor. I've met customers since May 28th, and I'm doing it all month long and into July. So come on by. Come if you haven't met me, come on by. Let me let's have a cup of coffee. Let's meet and let's put a deal together. I promise you, if I let you leave, you've gotten the best that I could do, and I wouldn't let you leave over price. If I can do it, we're going to do it.
All right, and have a good weekend.
Thank you.
And see what happens to your heat.
Oh, boy.